Hey there, you in charge of the mutant pen? Name's Technomancer, Ophir officer.
Hey, yeah. Pen's my responsibility. Sure. Dan Stewart, what can I do for you?
Never been here. Seems dangerous. All those mutants. Always wondered if they're contagious. What exactly are you planning, Lieutenant? Force seems the most...
What's the problem? Why aren't you working?
Their kind work like one. If one is hurt, they all cannot work. And now they have one who is wounded, so they are all helpless. But the men do not want to help the wounded. They just want him back on the roof.
Where's your hurt friend? I may be able to help him. Let's go. You can't just sit around while the city's exposed. Get back to work.
They would, but their tools are too damaged to work. With bad tools, they will be in the eye of father-son longer and die quicker.
Let me see your tools. Maybe I can fix them.
If the tools are made better, they can and will fix the roof.
To think that the city's life depends on an incomplete toolbox. Ridiculous. We should be able to fix it, right?
What the hell are you doing? Get back to work. You're putting a lot of lives at risk.
They will die beneath the eye of father-son if they go up to repair the roof. The man knows this, but does not care about them.
Maybe you're too dumb to put it together, so let me spell it out for you, mutant. The roof needs to be fixed. By your kind. Now. We don't care how many of you die doing it, either. You don't want to go up and repair the roof? Fine. Your choice. We'll just send your children and your elderly. All those too weak to rebel with you. Then, we'll execute you. You'll all die anyway, and without even doing any good. That what you want?
The man would send our children. The man is... They will go back to work. Leave our children be.
What does the man want?
Just to talk to you. You need to go back to work.
No, they will not. They will not die to go repair roofs broken by men. Men must find another way to fix it.
I'm sorry, it wasn't a request, but you obviously need some convincing that this little revolt needs to stop. Get back to work, now!
He is going back to work. He will do what you want. Please, do not hurt him anymore.
You don't beat around the bush, do you? I thought the Mutos had to remain in one piece to work. Anyway, you're the lieutenant.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Hey, have you heard? Word on the street is that the ASC is hiring.
You already back, Lieutenant Zachariah?
What do we know about the mutants who revolted?
Just simple creatures that got too frustrated. They know a lot of them will die during the repairs we're trying to force them to make. Like animals, they need to be trained. Broken in. But like any animal, there's a line where us using them in a certain way becomes cruelty. So they revolted, because their supervisors abused their power. I want you to go see how they're being treated. We keep them well-fed and well-equipped, we can keep them well-behaved. Those things don't go out looking for fights if we don't make them.
How's the mutant pen organized?
It's just like a work camp in the city. The creatures have places to eat and sleep, and otherwise, they're put to work on projects in the area. Sometimes they're even brought out to do work elsewhere in the city. They're always returned at night. It's not a bad setup, but unfortunately, the city's expanded and now there's houses built right up against the pen. With the idea of a revolt, it becomes a powder keg situation. Those creatures could do some real damage. We should have moved them further from the population when we had the chance. Maybe near the roof. Would have been fewer risks.
Captain, all Aurora tunnels were destroyed. If they're gonna get back into the city, they'll have to come up with another way.
I knew you wouldn't let me down, Lieutenant. Find Ryan and get your pay. It was well earned.
Hi.
Lieutenant, how can I help?
Captain Eliza told me to come find you for my pay.
Indeed, I've been expecting you. Here you go.
Soldier, please let me in. It's imperative I speak to someone in charge.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but no civilians are allowed in the barracks. If you have a question, you're gonna need to send it.
Just, please. I'm Corporal Tyron's wife. He should have been back home yesterday, but someone must know where he is. What's happened to him? Please!
Ma'am, I have no idea. If you got a letter, I can pass it along. Other than that, though, you gotta go.
Soldier, please let me in. It's imperative I speak to someone in charge.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but no civilians are allowed in the barracks. If you have a question, you're gonna need to send it.
Just, please. I'm Corporal Tyron's wife. He should have been back home yesterday, but someone must know where he is. What's happened to him? Please!
Ma'am, I have no idea. If you got a letter, I can pass it along. Other than that, though, you gotta go.
Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level. What's the problem? Why aren't you working?
Their kind work like one. If one is hurt, they all cannot work. And now they have one who is wounded, so they are all helpless. But the men do not want to help the wounded. They just want him back on the roof.
Well, there'll be a lot more than one of them hurt if they don't get back to work right now. We clear?
They're sorry. They will find a way to go back to work. Please do not hurt them.
Good. Just needed a little sense knocked into you.
Oh.
Mr. Mancer, the sight of your face has started to give me agita. To what do I owe the displeasure this time?
I just wanted you to know my services are available, for a price.
Interesting. A question, though. Is it really the pay you're after, Mancer, or could it be the adrenaline? Those old graybeards at the source boring the living hell out of you yet?
I don't remember inviting you into my business. If you need me, just pay.
A Technomancer for hire. A prize indeed. Who wouldn't need such a thing? But you'll need to prove yourself first. The army has a weapons shipment heading to the front. I'd like for it to not get there. Why don't you use your rank to see that it makes an unforeseen detour to, well, me?
This a test of loyalty? Fine, if that's what you need. I gotta go.
Then go.